Hi, thanks for joining Amy and Scott with We've Got Land. I am super excited today to introduce my favorite sales guy,
Thank
Scott
you.
Taylor. Now, Scott, tell us a little bit about you. Like, how long have you been with us and what got you interested in land?
I've been with the company a little over maybe a year and a half. So still getting on my feet, learning all the ropes and figuring out how everything works. Um, I got into land because I really love sales. I actually started out in cars, but it wasn't the right environment for me. And I find Amy's business practices really ethical and encouraging. So I was super excited to join the team and give what I can.
So, Scott and I are from the same hometown, although he doesn't live here anymore. And what's really cool about Scott, besides the fact that every customer loves Scott, Scott actually I've known of him for a few years before he started with the team, and he was always consistent. So I just want to thank you for that. You're consistent as a person. Every time I ever had any interaction with you, you were exactly the same, and that's refreshing. You don't like move about like the sea. So we really appreciate that, and I get constant feedback from customers how much they enjoy working with you, how available you are to answer their questions, and we appreciate that, on behalf of the company. So Rob and I started. We bought and sold land for about 20 years now, and we love making land affordable to people. And that's one thing you get to do is you get to talk to them and find out like what kinds of things they're looking for, what are they hoping to use the land for, to try to get them a good fit. We don't want them to have something that they're not going to be happy with. And so I appreciate you talking to customers and doing that. We get all kinds of questions. So we thought it would be kind of fun today just to chat about some of the questions we get and maybe answer some of those for folks that have a minute to take a look at the video. So one thing that we hear all the time is like, how can I find out when the deals are coming out? So what would you suggest they do?
Definitely, at least with our company, if you want to stay in the loop, we're always acquiring more land. We're always selling land. So maybe what you saw last week isn't still going to be
Right?
available.
They go
So
quick.
definitely sign up for our email chains. We're staying updated with price changing and exciting new offers, new properties all the time. I would definitely say subscribe to that and visit the website as frequently as you want.
Exactly. And just when you're on the main page of the website, there's a subscribe button at the top. So just be sure to click that. We actually don't over email. We don't appreciate getting those twice a day either. So we really will you can say what state you're interested in, and then we can let you know what new pops in your state. And then occasionally you'll get a full, hey, we got a whole bunch of new inventory, check it out. But that's about it, and some occasional, sales, things of that nature. So once they have opted in and they like, oh, wow, I got this awesome property. How do they reserve a property?
All of our property reservations happen right on our website. So you'll find the property that you're interested in. And once you click on that posting, it'll bring up all the information on the property. Towards the top of that page, there's going to be a green button that says reserve now or reserve here. Just click that and fill out the short prompt list that follows, just generic information like your name and marital status to help us populate your contract.
Exactly. And if we're depending on how we're closing, so if it's in-house, there's one process, and if it is at a title company, there's another. But Scott's happy to answer all those questions for you, so you know every step of the way what to expect. So one of the things that we use is called Sign Now, which is similar to DocuSign, and we try to make it super easy. We've had lots of buyers tell us, "Oh, thank goodness it was so easy." But what is Sign Now, Scott? Can you tell us about that?
Sign Now is a tool that we use. It's a digital signature. So anytime we upload a document, after you look through it and make sure everything is just the way you want it, we'll upload it to Sign Now so that you can give your virtual signature of approval, because we do 100% of our business online. So there's no in-person signings.
Right. And if they wanted to go into a title company and sign, they certainly could. But anymore since COVID, it's not required pretty much anywhere, which is pretty cool. So when you go to close on your purchase, you can actually go into the title company. You could have a notary. Actually, if you're buying, you don't have to have a notary, but if you wanted to go in and sign, you could, or you could actually sign electronically in most cases. So it's pretty cool. And another question we get often is, do I have to visit the property in person to purchase it?
It's a great question. Not a lot of people like to buy property sight unseen. It's totally understandable. We encourage you to visit the property if you want to. We want to make sure it suits your needs. But if you want to buy the property sight unseen, that's totally fine with us as well. Sometimes you're just on the other side of the country, and that's totally
Or out of
okay.
the country. You got a
Right.
visitor there.
Yeah, my cat's helping.
And in fact, on that note, we get lots of questions about, can I buy property in the US if I'm living outside the US? And actually they can, and we have sold properties several times. So that is not a problem. You can live outside the US. We get questions about whether a minor can go on the deed, and that is strictly state specific law. So if you have that question, feel free to reach out and we can sure let you know if that's going to be a possibility. For example, in Arizona, it's totally okay. The thing that I encourage people to think about is kind of well, if you need to sell it next year and junior's on title, like how is that going to be handled? But it's certainly your prerogative to do. And a lot of people like to have kids on title, and I understand that because we are trying to buy land and build our legacy, for our future generations. So I totally get that. So once you've used Sign Now, it's like DocuSign, you sign the agreement. From there, we're going to send your agreement, depending if you are doing an in-house purchase or a title company close, we send it over to the appropriate party. So it's either the paralegal or it's the title company to open escrow. A lot of people are curious, like, okay, earnest money, is that going to be deducted from the purchase price?
Absolutely. Yeah, the earnest money deposit is not an additional fee. That just shows us you're interested and you are earnest in wanting to purchase the
That's right.
property. It's in the name, so it'll go
Yeah,
towards your down payment or your total cost.
absolutely. And we are just, it really is an opportunity for you as the buyer to reserve the property so someone else doesn't get it, because there are properties that are going really quickly and we can't unfortunately hold it without some sort of cash deposit. So we can work with you on that. So a lot of times we're asked, what about, like, I want to buy an owner financing, and we in most cases can offer owner financing and oftentimes no credit check owner financing. But what if the terms on the website don't quite work for the buyer? What do we do then?
Sure. There's lots of times where an individual might want to put more money down and try to negotiate for a lower interest rate, or find some monthly payments that might work better for their financial situation. The worst thing you can do is ask. So
Right.
reach out to me. I will see what I can do. We're willing to work with lots of different financial situations. So we hope to have your business in any way we can.
Right. We try to make it affordable and accessible for everyone to own land. So if we can make it work, we sure will. And on that note, you are buying, you don't know us, we don't know you. We'd like to get to know you better. We encourage you to get to know us. Check out all the videos on social media, on YouTube. Give us a like and a follow so you can, keep up to date with what's going on. And we have quite a bit of property, as Scott says, new coming on the market all the time. And you can see from the history that we, have some longevity in the market. A lot of people ask that, like, what makes us different? Well, we're not realtors. We're selling property that we own or our partner owns, and that gives us a little bit of a different feel. I hope that we have, a stake in the game, and we can negotiate more directly. You don't have to go through a third party. You certainly can if you want to. That's not a problem. We work with realtors all the time. We just aren't realtors. So what else are questions we get all the time besides, is this a scam? Yeah, we that's why we encourage you to get to know us and see that we've been here for quite a while. Let's see. Feel free to drop your questions below. We'd be happy to answer them. And we might make this a regular thing so that we can tell you more and more about the business and about, we encourage everyone to invest in land. You know, unlike the stock market, it's not as volatile, and you have an investment to show for your money. And if it, you know, hopefully it works out for your family to use it, but if something were to happen, you could always resell it and you haven't, you know, lost your investment. There are lots of testimonials online and lots of property videos. We strive to take actual pictures and videos at the property so you can see, especially if you're somewhere else. And we often sell to people in different states so that you can see your new property as close up and personal as you can without actually being there. We look forward to working with you in the future. And hey, everybody comment down below that you want Scott to start doing property videos, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.